All right. So the UK Prime Minister Karen Starmer have stepped down as both the leader of the country and as both the Prime Minister and the leader of the Labour Party. So we don't know why he's stepping down, and a lot of his ministers, interior ministers, and his council seat have retired as well, has stepped down as well, and he announced this morning that he's done. I think their time, but there's the UK have in the past 10 years, the United Kingdom had like seven different leaders. There's a vast amount of political instability in the United Kingdom, and I don't know. The UK is seems to me like a very hard country to manage, and there's always someone quitting, or it's a very difficult country to manage. Honestly, just put it in perspective. If the United States within the last 10 years has seven different leaders, just put that in perspective. So that's what's going on in the UK today, as of now, and it's sad because initially, um, you I'm sorry. Initially, he was, talking about all these good things he's gonna do for the country, whatever it is. But and then he and Trump's relationship got sour because he decided to stay out of the Iran war, and Trump was furious with him, and he lost credibility because, well, not lost credibility, he lost some luster because he was buddying up with Trump and all that stuff, and now he and Trump's relationship got sour because he decided to stay out the war because over the years the United Kingdom, actually England, was one of America's biggest ally in terms of they help us get into not Iran, Iraq over the years, and so on and so forth. But yeah, he's gone, and he's likely to replace by Andy Burnham. Um, I don't know exactly who that is, but that's who they said is likely to replace him. I think he's in the Labour Party as well, and he's a very prominent Labour Party advocate in the United Kingdom. But the United Kingdom, man, is a very hard country to manage. That's what I'm noticing over the past years. A lot of their prime ministers have quit or just stepped down, or their political structure there is very, very, very vast and dynamic, and it is, from my point of view, a very hard country to really manage. And I think the pressure is boiling because the war is going on. The United Kingdom have a lot of issues too, as it relates to crime and violence, and that's what I'm reading. And cost of living. It costs crazy amount of money to really live in London or Manchester or one of those major cities over there in the UK. So it is what it is. It is very hard to manage. Um, Another thing too is that why he and Trump's relationship got sour is because we reached out to them to use one of their air bases or something like that too during the initial stages of this war, and they hesitated, and that's not the normal way the UK respond to us when we ask for anything. They don't really hesitate. They really assist us in anything. But that has changed, and his relationship with Trump has soured a whole lot. So I guess he decided to just call it quit and go on. But who knows what's going on? But that's one of the stories we're touching today. Another story we're gonna dive into is the United States and Iran deal is back on. Last week, everyone was sweating bullets because they thought that the deal was off. And one reason a lot of people were thinking the deal was off was because um, the Iranian National Guard um, came out and said that, hey, we're gonna close the strait because through Israel, the deals and terms and condition of the deal was violated because I think Israel strike Lebanon and kill a bunch of people. Well, they responded to Lebanon's attack, the Houthis attacking Lebanon and kill a bunch of people. So, they were like, all right, the deal is off. Not off, but really was postponed. And JD Vance canceled his trip to Geneva. But, after some long negotiations, behind closed doors, they decided to now agree upon a roadmap for the final deal, which includes, I'm going to read something for you. The plan includes ending military operation in Lebanon, which was the exact sticking point that nearly blew everything up, pretty much. So the plan is to end military operation in Lebanon. So I'm not sure how much America um, can really adhere to that plan because America is not included in the military operation in Lebanon. That's Israel. So if Israel don't play ball with us, and I hope they do because, you know, Trump reached out to them and like, yo, come on, get this over with. Ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon and the Houthis because it's messing up the deal. So that's, but if you guys remember too, Israel and Lebanon was not a part of the initial deal. So I guess now they're putting this Israel-Lebanon situation in this new roadmap, which is good because now Israel can be held accountable if they violate this part. Which Trump talked to Bibi, and I think that we shall see though. We're not, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I think that he's gonna back off, get a ceasefire, so this deal can really push through the finish line, and everything should, resolve. Then the markets run again, and the oil flow again, and eventually though, I would like to see the war stop overall because a lot of people lost their lives and a whole lot happened. And eventually, I would love to see this this war just totally stop, and Iran can be molded back into the international community and the Middle East. Because what I'm getting to understand though is not like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Qatar. A lot of those countries are really suffering, and the reason why they're suffering is because they cannot um, sell most of their oil that they're producing to the world. And another thing to note is that because of this gap in the world's oil market, another I'm not sure if you guys know that Nigeria, through the Dangote Oil and Petroleum Company, Aliko Dangote is one of the richest men in Africa, and he, I think in 2013 or somewhere along there,